agree, but don't you think that that E major fugue is a very special case?
Hmm?
It is a vocal composition. I mean, like a vocal composition, as
certainly.
you say.
It's a 16th century Ricciardi with a key signature. It has that very disciplined, very severe, very Renaissance-like attitude toward counterpoint.
Yeah, but there are many great fugues which don't subscribe to those particular disciplines so rigidly, which do grow out of an instrumental approach.
Oh, sure.
That doesn't make them less worthy as
Oh, no,
compositions.
of course not. Well, for example, the first three-part invention, the first Sinfonia, you know. Now, that's based on a subject that you would not be likely to sing. I guess you could. Well, no, you couldn't very easily. And it could only be an instrumental approach, but I certainly wouldn't say it's any the less worthy for that reason. You know, in its own way, that little symphony is every bit as concentrated as the E major fugue.
Certainly is.
Yeah. Of course, the fugue really was a combination of Renaissance ideas about imitation and voice leading and so on, the kind of ideas that were in that E major fugue, and of Baroque ideas of key order and key relationship, about the uses of the diatonic scale and the pecking order of its chords and so on.
Well, the kind of harmonic patterns that made that symphony hold together.
Yeah, exactly. All of the imitative devices that we know in fugue, like canon and inversion, and augmentation, and diminution, all that sort of thing. All of the mathematical processes were in place in the Renaissance, you know, and all were used with great sophistication in the 16th century, really. But the fugue, in order to be independent, in order to stand on its own feet, needed something else, and I think that something else was tonality. It really is a celebration of the tonal system, of the peculiar stresses and strains and pulls and pushes and magnetic attractions of one chord to another.
Yeah, but you're not saying that the fugue, for instance, in Bach's time, depends upon tonality in the way that the sonata allegro does in Beethoven's time.
No, because the pecking order there is really quite different. I think, however, that there is nothing in the nature of fugue that would want to demand what Beethoven would demand of the relationship between a tonic and a dominant, or a tonic and a mediant for his first and second themes. Bach would have no use for that particular kind of tonic, mediant, tonic, dominant relationship, you know. But that's a plus, that's a great plus, in a way, because the fugue then is not locked into a have-to concept. There is no specific modulatory plan to which it has to conform. The composer can use as much or as little modulation as he wants, and he can present a whole series of, as Schoenberg would have said, developing variations of the material in different keys. You know,
well, that Bach did in the E major fugue.
Yeah, but there was a kind of, well, I'd say a kind of gradual, inevitable Darwinian evolution of the material, which is very, very marvelous in its existential way. But it isn't, in quotation marks, modern in Bach's time. And there is a marvelous example of a modern fugue in the B-flat minor, you know, from Book 2.
The tom,
Ding, dong, dong,